Hãy đến ngay với chúng tôi này, Five Star English, cùng vào lớp Anh ngữ 5 sao này. We got what you need.
Today we have Kwame in the Atlantic 5-Star Studio, and today he is going to share with us some of his experience of going to Canada. So, firstly, Kwon, why have you chosen that particular country?
Well, I chose Canada because this is my first time living and studying abroad. So I don't want it to be generic or easy. I want it to be a challenge and difficult. So the weather here in Vietnam is quite hot. So when at that time of the year in Canada, it was like freezing temperatures. It was like below 0 degrees. So Canada was my first choice. And another thing was I pulled up Google Maps. I got a choice between the USA and Canada, so I pulled up Google Maps and I looked at Canada first. As soon as I saw the huge stadium in the middle of Vancouver, I knew that I wanted to go to Canada.
So, describe your typical day there.
Well, a typical day there, I wake up about 7 or 8 a.m. I have breakfast with my host family and then go and have a shower because of how cold the weather is. In the morning, it's so goddamn cold. I can't stress enough how cold it is in the morning. So I want to adapt to that environment first before going to the shower. So after the shower, I go to school and learn. In the afternoon, I go back home. I might hang out with my friends or my host family for about an hour or two, and then I'll go to my room to maybe play the guitar and train on that, and maybe play some video games, and then about 11 or 11:30 I'll go to sleep.
Okay, so what do you think about the locals, like your neighbors or your host family?
Well, Canada is famous for people being kind. Did you know that people in Canada use the word sorry in their sentences for like 10 times, and they don't even notice? It's so mind-blowing. I can't stress enough how kind they are. And the difference between them and Vietnamese people, it's really big. It's very noticeable. If they don't even know you, they still smile at you and they still talk with you normally, like you're just a friend. And if you're in a bad mood or you're just walking behind them, they might just open the door for you and let you in.
Okay, so what do you think about your school and their educational system?
Well, my school, it's really clean, and the books are really clean and new and very well, what's the word? Yeah, just clean. It's really clean in general, and the education system, it's not perfect, but it's still amazing. It's still much better than Vietnamese educational system, and I've learned a lot in my time of studying there.
So what do you like best about studying in that school and living in the host family?
Well, of how convenient things are. I'll turn around the corner, walk a couple of blocks down, and then I can see 10 restaurants of different culture that I can eat. If I want to go in a little city, I can just catch a bus. If I want to go and see a football game, I'll ride my bike into the nearest stadium. Or if I want to go swimming, I'll just ride my bike to the nearest pool. It's very convenient, and I really like that.
So if you have to compare the convenience there and in Vietnam, which one do you like better?
Well, definitely Canada. It's more open there.
Okay, so what about culture shock?
Well, culture shock. As soon as I landed in Canada, the first culture shock was how many white people there are in Vancouver. In Vancouver, there's still a mix of races in the general city, but there's still a lot of white people, and getting adapted into the Celsius and the Fahrenheit and the measuring system, was hard at first, but then I got used to it.
How do you feel like standing in the middle of a crowd of white people?
Well, they're very friendly there, so if I stand in a crowd of white people, they just talk to me and they make me feel at home.
So you're fine with that?
Yeah.
Okay. So lastly, what have you learned about the experience and how has it changed you as a person?
I've learned that when you're alone and there's nobody protecting you, things are so big and so different. And it has changed me as a person spiritually and physically. I've been more open-minded. I think out of the box more, and I've changed myself a lot of ways, and I have trained myself to think outside the box more and learn a lot more exciting things.
Okay, then thank you for your time spending with us. Yeah, I guess that's it. What else do I have to say?
Okay.
5 star, 5 star, 5 star English. 5 star, 5 star.
Five Star English, một công ty thuộc tập đoàn giáo dục Atlantic